What's poppin'? Turn your speakers up.
Turn these speakers up.
You're locked into the illest girls next door.
You can bump it in your stereo.
On BoominLive.com.
Next door, and I'm Jay Dance.
I'm Rissy Riss.
And I'm Yanni.
And today we have a very special guest with us today. Let's welcome Shawn Hartwell, guys.
Yes.
Welcome to the show.
Yes. Shawn Hartwell, W promoter, a.k.a. Hustler, a.k.a. whatever you want to call me.
Whatever
man.
you want to call you.
Make sure you live with a man, though.
Well, you had a long day.
No, I mean, all my days are long.
So what do they consist of?
I wake up, I have a lot of ambitions in me.
Mm-hmm.
So my days is long every day. So I wake up in the morning, I think about things I want to do. I go over, I read some of the stuff that I want to do. I Google some of this research and the things that I want to look into doing. Mm-hmm. And then, and then I just get up and go do it.
Okay.
And then I go handle other things like, dealing with it. I do a lot. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of platforms. I mean, I got my platform, so the promoter platform I created like 8 years ago. But 10 years ago I came from prison. Then I got who the fuck with the prison platform. For me, and then I got I'm a father platform, a grandfather platform.
Oh wow.
A hustler platform. You know what I'm saying? So all these have to be taken out. And Lord knows other things. That's my party life. So I have a few platforms.
That's actually dope. Like, that's really interesting.
That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff you got going on.
I mean, that's the only way you're going to do to be successful.
They say you hustle, you gotta get it. How you gonna get it?
You got to get up every day. You know what I'm saying, and have an idea what you want to do. You know what I'm saying, like you got to have it organized already in your brain. You know what I'm saying, I got tasks as they come, because no one's going to give you anything in this world. And they might, if they give it to you, they're not going to give it to you where you want it. And you shouldn't want them to give it to you where you want it, because you want to earn it. Anything in this earth, you want it good or bad. Whatever God got for you on this earth, you want it good or bad. Because you don't never be known as weak.
That is true. And I really want to get into like how the fuck prison movement even started. Like, what made you want to do that?
Well, I'm a part of that culture.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's I just don't say fuck prison to be saying fuck prison. I come from that culture. You know what I'm saying? I come from I'm a real drug dealer. For me, like I come from that. My mother on drugs and father. You know what I'm saying? That environment. You know what I'm saying? Like that's I was raised in that, selling drugs, and for me, not because I wanted to be fly, because we were poor.
It was
I come
survival.
from survival mode. So this is back in '87. 88 for me, like, so that, I've been snatching pocketbooks in 85, robbing stores, 84. Feel me? Snatching chains, and I come up to in the ranks of crime. For me, to let me to get me 20 years in prison by the time I was 18.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So that comes, me. Then I'm losing my friends. All my friends that came up with me, either they dead, most of them, or they in prison. From coming from, so it wasn't like like fuck prison, it's just like a slogan for me. It's a way of life, because I'm saying I got people that still my co-defendants still got life in prison, too, my co-defendants. So I got friends that ain't never coming home again in their life. Dudes that I met in jail, and I'm saying that, because you go to prison, friends become strangers and strangers become friends. And people that you was once your friends out here, not your friends no more. So I sat in there for 20 years, and these people become my friends, my brothers. For me, and I have to leave them, come back to the streets. So in prison, you know what I'm saying, they rooting for me, like I'm saying, like I'm a savior, because I come from that world. I was raised in there. So when dudes hear about me in magazines, they hear about me in the streets. Oh shit, he done it, he made it. For me, because I made it out of there. But I still haven't made it. I'm saying, because I still have a lot of work to do before I leave this earth. For me, I caused a lot of havoc on this earth. I'm saying I done a lot. For me, I was a part of a lot of havoc. So when you're a part of that culture of seeing that shit, breaking down, and for me, like, I witnessed mothers shooting dope. I witnessed mothers, you know what I'm saying, being a nice looking mother, then 2 weeks later sucking my dick for crack. I was part of that culture. This ain't fake with me. For me, I don't sing girls, you know what I'm saying? So mothers, you know, started taking pills, and next thing you know, they smoking weed. Next thing you know, then they on crack. Next thing you know, they sucking my dick. My man's mother.
Wow.
For me, it's like I'm part of that come from that lifestyle. And this is, I was 17, 18 years old. So by the time I go to prison, I come home, I'm 39. Now I got my son when I was 16. For me, so now my son is in prison for the last 8 years. And he was trying to be like his father. So that's when, when you become a plague to your community, it comes back to you, it haunts you. To your child, so being like that. So when my granddaughter started talking to me like, yo, what's up with my father? I'm like, got to bring it, started crying and shit. So you have to break, so you got to take a position, I'm saying, like, but she's not the only one. There's millions of fathers of little girls and little boys, I'm saying, without no mothers and fathers. When I'm saying, and once you start off like that, and once it's unbalanced, anything can happen after that because it's unbalanced. For me, what I'm saying, most girls, if their father was somebody out here and he's in jail, and who's she gonna go to get some advice?
Yep.
He ain't here. For me. And they're saying that most motherfuckers out here are perverts.
Yeah.
So they trying to get between the drawers. So where's the advice come at? You know what I'm saying? Where's the etiquettes come at? So I'm a part of a different culture. For me, so so when I say that I mean that. Fuck prison from the heart, because that's what that ain't just no shirt with a saying on there. Nah, man, I gave my blood, sweat, and tears to that shit. Fuck prison ain't just come today. Fuck prison is 30, 40 years of me being in the streets. So people be like, yo, you just made it up. No, I always been saying, I just didn't put on a shirt.
Yeah.
For me, I've been fighting. I've been in and out of prison my whole entire life.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question. Did you grow that experience while you was in jail? Did this thought come up when you was in there?
No.
Cause I know some people go to prison and then they change their whole they got everything that they're gonna do when they get out.
Not me. I was still in jail selling drugs. I was still in jail gambling. I was still in jail doing everything.
That got you in there in the first place?
Yes.
So do you think the way that, everything growing up, you felt like you couldn't get out of that lifestyle? You felt like
you was
couldn't
born in
work
it. So
on
once
it?
I wasn't really trying to get out of it. I was born in it. Where I'm coming from. So I wasn't really, you can't try to get out of something that you don't know really what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, if you grew up and everybody's just...
You thought it was normal.
It's a normal procedure.
But I feel like there's just certain things that you can take into account about how you can change yourself, how you can work harder. Today, yeah.
Not back then. There was no summer jobs back then. You go in the projects, Pioneer Homes, Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Yeah.
One way in, one way out.
Yeah.
Dead zone. There's no, there's a program over here for summer jobs. How you gonna tell me to get a summer job and I'm making $3,000-$4,000 a day? Where I'm gonna go with summer job?
And then
Why?
I was listening to you tell your story. You said you was doing all this in the 80s. This was when drugs was an epidemic. When it came to the project, so it was like you had no choice but to be a product of your environment.
And so I'm like part of the leader force of that. So how I'm gonna get out of something that I'm creating?
Yeah.
For me, I'm creating it. So I'm changing the way drugs sell. I'm doing retail. I'm not even going to school. I ain't going to school, so I went to jail. For me, I dropped out of school 8th grade.
Yeah.
For me, so I might went to 9th grade, paid the teachers, and got into 10th grade, and I dropped out. I was just hanging by the schools. And you talking about I'm 17 years old with a Benz. Like, what I'm going to school for?
Yeah. How was school in jail? What did you learn?
Well, once I got in there,
That's interesting.
Once I got in there, it kind of changed because, you want to come home. So education is a very, very part of coming home. We understand the law. So once I got in there, it kind of switched up a little bit for me, and things got I was on a baseball field one day, and I used to always be talking shit to all my friends. The dude would say, "You talk slick, but you ain't got your GED." In front of everybody. I'm like, what? Yeah, you talk slick as hell, but you ain't got your GED, nigga. What you fucking need, nigga? And I felt kind of embarrassed.
Yeah.
And I was like, this motherfucker right now.
That's the motivation, though.
So then I went and got my GED. For me, I studied and shit like that, and got my GED, and I seen a nigga on the baseball for like about 6 months later. Yeah, nigga, I got my shit, nigga.
Period,
nigga. So from them, I took one class, another class, but you know, I was already like educated, slick. So
you
I'm
street
saying, like,
smart.
You street smart,
But you know, once I got in there, you know, it's nothing but you meet people from. I went to the federal prison. So when I went to a federal prison, you meet people from all over the world. For me, so all different languages and all different type of
Cultures,
you know what I'm saying? So that's why I can deal with people, and I know racism at its best. Cause I seen it at its best. You know what I'm saying? But once I got into that life, once I got in there, you know, you start being around people, and you started schooling me. For me, like, you know, yeah, I was raised around pimps in there, hustlers, bank artists, gangsters, real gangsters. Ain't no real gangsters, motherfucker. Italian gangsters, black gangsters, mafia, killers, serial killers. For me, so, you know, I hung around with all the older dudes. Yeah, I mean, I'm only 18 years old, but I'm in the federal penitentiary, all in another part of the earth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In Texas, I'm from Elizabeth, New Jersey, but they got me in fucking Utah prison. I'm fucking 19 years old. I'm in there with people, you know what I'm saying? There might be one person from New Jersey on the compound. Cause no, in there it's different. Like New Jersey sticks together, Utah, ain't no part of New Jersey. You could be from Kerrville, you could be from a little hick town, New Jersey. All of us is like friends. Cause you got to stick together. So, you know, I started like meeting other old heads from Memphis. For me, old heads from Ohio, old heads, you know what I'm saying, old heads. And they would school me about life. You know what I'm saying? Like how I'm gonna make it, how I'm gonna survive. Doing it 20 years, I'm saying, because see, you know, selling drugs on the street is one thing. You know what I'm saying, being in prison is another thing. I mean, you're dealing with a whole different type of culture, a whole different understanding of life. Right. And to make it, because you were in prison, don't mean you might make it out of prison. So when I went in there with an attitude like fuck the world. Yeah. For me, and this old timer said, don't let the time do you. You do the time. You ain't gonna make it with that attitude, Shawn. You know what I'm saying? You want to make it out of here. I mean, I know you got a lot of time, but it's still life after this right here. But you can't really see that when this is 1991 and your date is 2009 and paperwork. So you can't really see where you about to go mentally. You know what I'm saying, how you're gonna make it back. I mean, so you got to try to figure out how can I survive. So now you got to go to every survival fitness mentally. So whole head's you got to take some advice if you want to make it back. You know what I'm saying? So I went in there. I would tell niggas, you know, I met this dude one day. I told him suck my dick. For me, a nigga punched that nigga punched me in my motherfucking face. For me, and he was a Jamaican guy. You know what I'm saying? He punched the shit out of me, and we fought everything like that. And his old head from Memphis, I got mad because he broke the fight up. So he pulled me in the back. And was like, man, you was wrong. You don't offer a man to your pants, or you crazy. But in society, that's like normal. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's no etiquette about how you conduct yourself, and then you get murdered for that shit in somewhere else. And so he was like, you're not going to make it with that type of frame of mind. You're not going to make it. For me, Shawn, everything is based on respect. And you know what I'm saying? And respect, you know what I'm saying? And respect brings honor. So I wouldn't apologize to the dude. But to this day, I went to see the dude in Jamaica for my birthday. I went there to see him.
Y'all friends?
Wow.
We have 20 years together. So we become friends. And you know, the crazy part is that like later on he cut like 4 or 5 people in the face through the system. For me, and he's like, yo, I said, why you never cut me? He said, because I knew you didn't know no better. For me, because you know what I'm saying. So when you be in that world, you don't know no better. For me, you know what I'm saying, that world is different. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you know, you're dealing with creatures, man. You're dealing with a certain type of people, man. Either it's gonna suck you in, and I wouldn't let it suck me in. I didn't want to go in there and change my name and you know, get tattoos on my body. I didn't want nothing to remind me of that motherfucker place. Where I'm coming from, so that's why I don't have any tattoos. You know what I'm saying? I thought, but how can I become mentally strong? Because I knew I was coming back to a world, and it's going to be a task for me.
That was going to be my next question, like, because you talk about prison being a completely different world. What was it like integrating back into society after you came out?
Well, you know, I already had like cell phones and stuff like that in jail. For me, like, you know, so.
You were up to date with technology.
I was a little up to date with technology, you know what I'm saying? You know, and my friend, you know, had started me a Facebook. That was it MySpace back then, MySpace page, and so they were promoting me and stuff like that. So you know, And then I had to come up with an idea, so I wrote Foxy Brown, and I actually, come pick me up from prison. And then me and her got real cool, so she came and picked me up from prison. And so we went over MySpace, stuff like that. So I kind of really was marketing myself, because this dude's always telling me yo, Shawn, you get on the streets, what you going to do? And I said, tell the dude, I'm going home and sell some drugs again. I'm going back into the game, man. This is the life. And this is what you really believe. That sometimes when you come from an environment was nothing but saying gangsters. So I come from a gangster environment. When I say gangster, I don't mean murderers and killers. I mean, I'm saying that the state of mind is to get money.
Get money.
For me, get money. Saying take care of your business. That's what a gangster is. The gangster I was raised by. For me, you only kill when necessary. I'm saying? Somebody bring harm to your family, bring harm to your neighborhood, or bring harm to put you in prison. Other than that, you want nonviolence as possible to get some money and survive. I'm saying, because no one really want to be in jail. So I come from that environment, so it was different for me. So I had to figure out, when I get back in the streets, how am I going to transform and make this shit work for me? You know what I'm saying? So it's a little nervous. You're gonna be nervous. Yeah. For me, so I was a little nervous stepping out of there. For me, after 20 years.
Did you experience any PTSD?
No, I was already I'm already crazy a little bit, you know what I'm saying? For me, I'm off a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So anyone that been in prison before, he's off.
Already.
I don't care who it is. They can tell you he's not going to go into an environment like that society, everything you want. Yeah. And they put you in an artificial environment, everything is fake and everything is you gotta you can't use your emotions. For me? So your emotion span is on one level, for me, one level, and your intelligence span is on another level. Because you do a lot of reading, so you get very intelligent, most older people. Yeah. But you don't use these emotions. For me, because there's no love in there. You know what I'm saying? There's no love in there, there's no affection in there. Everything is hardcore, everything is serious, and everything is respect, everything is. So a lot of these emotions are not being used, you know what I'm saying, that will be used on the streets. For me, it's like, you're not dealing with your mother, your father, your sisters, your brothers in there. So all these emotions are closed in, are boxed in a jar, so you can't use them. So you get on the streets, you get out here, you know what I'm saying, you see a nigga snap out, nigga go crazy, a nigga they can't deal with, because emotionally, they're not really on point. Because the emotions wasn't used at all. I mean, that's where the problems come at, when dudes can't be patient, dudes can't survive out here. And that's where a lot of shit come from. But once I got back out here, but I had a good support system.
That's important.
Yeah.
Very important. For me, I had a good support, and I had a plan.
Right.
Do you think you'd be alive if you didn't go to jail?
No, I probably would have a life bid, or I'll probably be dead. My attitude, my cockiness would have got me killed.
But how was it seeing so many people close to you go?
I mean, you still wake up sometimes, you know what I'm saying, with water in your eyes, because these are people you dream about, you know what I'm saying, you grew up with. So you're still gonna, if you're in the game, you're gonna lose friends.
Yeah. For
me, they're not gonna tell you that in the beginning of the game. Ain't nobody gonna sit down and say, yo, these are the rules to the game. All of us gonna be in this gang. We were all from the projects. Out of 25 of us, only 2 of us might make it out of here.
That's crazy.
The rest might be in jail, dead, or God knows where we might be in some type of psychiatric place. No one's gonna tell you that at the beginning of the game, when you come off the porch, you walk into your man, everybody kicking. Ain't nobody gonna say, yo, and all of us, man, we might don't make it. That's what they tell you. You go to Vietnam. You go to Vietnam, you're not gonna make it. But it's the same philosophy. We're not gonna make it. Feel me? Unfortunately, I'm saying, somebody was praying for me. I made it. Yeah. For me, I'm saying, I don't even believe in the power of prayer till later on in life. For me, I'm saying, I didn't even believe in God.
When did it take you? At what point did you believe in God?
No, it took me a while to believe in it. I mean, but I guess when my grandmother, she's a very spiritual lady, you know what I'm saying, and she's been praying for me. Now I understand.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand. Let me take that back. As a grandfather, for me, I understand the position of a grandmother now.
Yeah.
I understand it, which I didn't understand as a kid. I couldn't understand. So she knew I didn't have a father. She knew my mother predicament. She knew all this shit. She's dealing with wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. She's dealing with knowledge and understanding. For me. So she put the extra love in me and was trying to balance it so that I can feel accepted in this world. She knew that I had issues. When you don't have a father, your father did before you gone, and your mother is in the streets, running the streets. This is her child.
Yeah.
So she knew what comes from her. This is her offspring. So she took the position and said, I'm going to love him extra. What he don't have. Which, so people would be like, yo, my grandmother favored me more, but nah, she knew that she knew I was going through more. Because rest of my cousins had their mothers and fathers. Rest of her kids had their mothers and fathers. I didn't. Right. So people would say she was favoring me more, but she didn't. She knew that I was lacking something the rest didn't have, which I didn't understand that back then. So later on in life, she would always try to school me, talk to me, give me game, give me teach me everything I needed to know. Yeah. So when I went to prison, that kind of broke her heart. But she told me, I'm not gonna leave this earth without seeing you. So when I came home, she was praying for me. So I came home, she still was alive, and she broke down to me, listened to me. Both of my sons are dead. When I leave this earth, I want you to carry me off this earth. For me, I need you to do. I know you like to play in these streets. You like to keep your nose dirty. Now I know you play in these streets, but this is what I need from you. Right. I need you to grow up. For me, so I gave her my word that saying that I would be there for her because she's done 20 years with me. And I'm saying no one done. Most of my people turned it they moved over their life. Yeah. No, they just want to move over their life. 20 years is a long time. So every Christmas and every New Year, every Christmas, my birthday, I got a car from for 20 years straight with money. So when she died, she died of cancer. So I never seen. So they sent her home, and I never saw a lady so strong be so weak looking. Yep. So I had to watch her demise from in front of my face. So that kind of messed me up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But when she passed, she I was in a room talking to her, and she's still concerned. Oh, did you get your Medicaid? Did you get your Obamacare? Did you do this? You do that? She's still trying to make sure I'm right before she leaves this earth. Yeah. I'm Gucci now. I'm I'm good. I'm good. Right. I'm good. I'm all right now. So, when she put, she told me to give her teeth, and she put her teeth in her mouth, and she passed away. So the last jewel she gave me, she said, whatever you do in this world, you live in this world, die in pride. For me, and I couldn't understand why she put her teeth in her mouth, because her pride. Whatever you do, you die with pride. I'm saying, so, I'm still trying to, so now go back to fuck prison. I'm trying to put some pride in our family, because we all known as drug dealers. Yeah. For me, so I'm trying to put the pride in our family, this is what I want to be known. I don't want to be known when I leave this earth as a drug dealer. You know what I'm saying, I don't want people to see me like that. I want something a little different. So you have to come from within and build something. I'm saying that can go that far. People are not going to understand it right now when I mean it, but there's mothers, there's millions of brothers that's dying in jail mentally. Yeah. But they never get to see their kids again, never get to change their life. You know what I'm saying? They never get the second chance. I have one. I'm saying, so with this second chance, I try to create something that can help for me. But it took me a while to get here mentally. Because, you know what I'm saying, I do, my parties that I plan on doing when I came home. So I already had a business, I set everything up, and I started doing my first party, and my left party, another party. I didn't really know the business, though. I just was doing this shit. And, club owners getting over me, robbing the shit out of me. I don't know. I just became popular. I'm popular, so I took that situation and made it work for me. And, later on, I learned the game, the business and stuff like that. But when most people come home, they need a plan. For me, and most drug dealers, they scared to change their life. They know. They scared because it's you still want to be important. You still want to be known as that guy. And to come home and work at McDonald's. And here it is, the guy, you might have belittled a guy, a girl you might have went to school with. Now she's owns a company, owns a house, owns a business, but which really you thought you were up back then, but you wasn't. I mean, she really was up because she was going to school doing the right thing when you was doing the right thing. So a lot of time we call people suckers, lames, bitch niggas, you know what I'm saying? But we the ones become that once we get in jail because we're not here for our kids. So that's, so you're a sucker. Right. For me, you're a lame if you can't raise your own kid, you know what I'm saying? So, it takes the time to transfer what you got to do as a man. So when I got back out here, I already knew what I wanted to do. I knew I wasn't going back to prison. You know what I'm saying? I'm too intelligent for that to be in prison. Yeah. I could think. You know what I'm saying? sometimes you know, let me get the credit. And fuck prison is also for me too, because I'm not perfect and I know I got issues. For me, sometimes I want to kill motherfuckers. Sometimes I want to, like, 'cause that shit is in you.
Yeah.
For me, it's like, you know, like I said before, that shit in you.
It's ingrained.
For me, like,
what steps do you take in the midst of being an entrepreneur to like get yourself on board, keep yourself on track mentally?
You gotta constantly like
remind yourself who you are.
No, you gotta constantly believe that this is what you want. Everything starts with you. You are the essence to all your success and all your failure. For me, nobody else. Nobody else can bring you down. I'm saying only you can bring yourself down. No one. You are the sole controller of everyone. I'm saying only person that's loyal to you is God, because He wake you up every day. That's loyalty. That's the only loyalty you got. For me, so once you know what's loyalty, what's balance you, and then you make things happen. But a lot of people, like I tell people, I was just telling somebody this last night, DJ Bobby B, a good friend of mine, and he asked me, why do I help him? Why did I help him? I said, because I knew you would help somebody else. So I'm saying, so I would help people before that won't help other people. So that was making bad decisions. So today when you help people, you want to help people that help other people. And this is how you grow. And this is how the chain of commandment grows around other people. Because we already fucked up by going through so much shit mentally. But so the most you can do on this earth is help somebody else. I mean, that's the most you can do.
I'm so inspired right now. I'm so sorry. I'm so into this.
Like because we're already behind on so much mentally. We're already like, you know what I'm saying, like, like we fucked up as a people. Like we rather hurt each other than bring each other up. We rather see each other fall than celebrate each other's success. So anytime, like, people don't understand me. You can't understand me because you don't come from my culture. From like these people I be around today, these are my new friends, all my friends. You can't understand a person like me unless you come from an era I come from. And for me, so, you know, I seen it. I seen some shit. I seen the devil, you know what I'm saying? I seen him in person. From coming from, like, to the point that you want to ask God for help. They say no shit. I seen this dude, man. From coming from, I seen him take friends from me, you know what I'm saying? I seen this shit. I seen a different type of pain in this earth. And a lot of people, it makes you numb to so much. But fucking get shot right here wouldn't even bother me. Because my friend got killed in front of me. So, like, it wouldn't bother me. I seen this type of shit. So today my plan is to help people and spread love on a whole different type of energy for me. And I'm not perfect for me because I deal with a lot of issues too, because I deal with a lot of my brain. But the most you can do, like I always tell people, is help somebody else. For me, because see, one time, you know, I was in this chicken shack and I see this dude and he's hungry. I feed him. I don't know if he can pain. I just gave him some food. I didn't pay for this. Because the person didn't want to give it to him and pay for it. I left. Now, my son is down in prison. This dude was about to jump him. He helped my son. He said, why did you, my son said, why did you help me? He said, because one time I was in the chicken shack with your father. He didn't even know me.
Wow.
So this is the power of giving. This is the power of a good-hearted person, because you never know when that shit's going to link back to something you do. So I do things for people because, my lead is earth, from saying, because I got to go back. I got to go back to Jamaica. I got to leave here. I want to leave this earth and knowing that somebody see my granddaughter one day and they can tell my granddaughter, listen to me, your grandfather wasn't like that.
Yeah.
If your grandfather was alive, he wouldn't like what you're doing. If your grandfather was alive, he wouldn't want this right here. Oh, I'm going to help you because, I know who your grandfather is. He helped me. For me, this is a different type of power, a different type of things I want. For me, that I'm going to, because I know I have to leave here. Yeah. But if I can know that I left here with so much helping so many people, that if I'm not there, if I'm not even here, she still could be helped, like if I was here. See, that's how I think.
Legacy.
For me, that's how I think. Like he done so much for me or other people that they see her and somebody about to hurt her, and they could stop that. They say, nah, I know her grandfather. That can't happen like that. You can't do this right here. And for me, and I saved her life, not even being here. That's what I want. That's what I want out of life. And people, I'm saying, that's my goal. That's what fuck prison is about. I'm saying, that's what I'm about. I'm saying, I don't think I'm going to be all right. I'll be 50 years old in two more years. I'm Gucci. I've lived my life.
You look good.
Yes, I thank you. I live my life. But if I can do something for her, then I'm Gucci.
Right.
For me, and people don't understand that because they have to get that far mentally.
Yeah.
Because I don't have money. For me, I don't make money. I don't see millions before. I don't made $1 million before. I don't have jewelry. I don't have cars. I don't have girls. I had everything. For me, from my whole time being in this world, because you're a hustler. These are the requirements that come to you easy. This is nothing to you when you become. It's nothing to me. But what I haven't had, and I'm saying, is the pleasure of helping people that can help her, or do shit that can help other people. I want to give back in a different way. And this shit is priceless. You can't buy this shit. This is in you, that you got to come out of you to give to somebody else. You can't buy this shit. And that's the type of shit I want to do for people to help them awake themselves.
Right.
So how do you feel? My bad.
No, I was gonna say, I know you spoke a lot about how kids grow up without their parents because one parent is locked up or something like that. And I personally connect to that. My dad was locked up from the time my mother was 4 months pregnant to me to currently. So what was it like raising your son while you were in prison?
Well, and I tell people this all the time, that prison, just because a person goes to jail, for me, prison affects everyone. If once your father got locked up, you're affected.
Yep.
For me, it's not, so, you have to be very mindful and don't be selfish. And I tell dudes, right, once you get locked up, you are fucked up with prison. Fuck prison is not the person in jail. Fuck prison is the person that's out here on the streets. They're affected. The mother's affected. The child's affected. Only I'm saying, then it goes on and on to the other families affected, because this child is missing a father or a mother, because the mother go to jail too. That, but I wrote my son much as possible and try to school him about prison. But we dealing with a lot of demons in this world. He's dealing with a lot of people saying, your father was this and your father was that, and these people, and I'm not here to say no. A lot of that shit is not true. They add on to the story. Now, I didn't throw no money off the roof. I didn't do this. I mean, they hear these remarkable stories. So, and they mind, with TV, they want to be like that. Nah, that's not what you want to be like, my nigga. Like, I'm telling you, they're lying. Right. They don't want to hear it, but they don't know that. So I'm writing. But once I lost my son to the system, I had to get him back. For me, he's coming home. You know what I'm saying? But he was in a tight situations that I had to fight for his life, and because most sons, either you're gonna look up to your father or you're gonna despise your father. Yep. It's a thin line right there. For me, and if you look up to your father, you're gonna try to duplicate him. If your father's a robber, all that right there, you look up to him in that type of way. Look up to me, what you look up to him, you're gonna become a robber. If your father's a drug dealer, you're gonna get into the life. Because the energy and the negative energy, what you think is a positive energy, it's gonna force you into that life. And once you get into that life, could be a girl, if your mother could be a dope dresser, you can become a dope dresser. Feel me? If your mother was a hair dude like that, you can become fashion wise. If your mother's into boost, you become a booster. For me, it's like it's the same cycle. Especially your mother not around other girls, and then you start hearing the story how your mother was flying, she was a booster. You can become one, and that's where the cycle can really get you mixed up. You know what I'm saying? Mixed up in. So a lot of time, thank God, like you take a position and do something with your life. For most people, they lose their kids to the system, to the streets. For me, I'm saying, I know a lot of dudes, fathers, and them dudes, daughters get raped, they get in jail. And they can't help their daughters. I know a lot of dudes, sons got killed and they can't go to the funeral. So, it's a sad situation all in all around the board. And people don't understand that, but I do. I know what this thing is about, and I want to help other people awaken them a little by love and help myself.
Now, with that being said, I know you know a lot of people. So when you see like younger guys trying to be like that or be a part of a life that they know nothing about, do you sit them down and be like, yo?
Well, you can't really, see, you can't really sit them. You got to know how to come at them. Them coming from me. So sometimes you get away from them to come to you. For me, like, this new generation is like, I really feel bad for them because,
I feel bad for us too.
Honestly.
I feel bad for them because, with the drugs and,
fentanyl, fake drugs, fake
pills. It's so much stuff that, I'm saying, that, they caught up here, man. They don't even, like, want no money, you know what I'm saying? Like, but this is the same cycle that went on many years ago. Like, they put like my mother and them all started on pills, and they took the pills out of out of the system, then they become shooting dope. So most young people today that's taking all these pills, 9 out of 10, they're gonna become dope addicts later on. You know what I'm saying, and it's sad because this is why most of the murders are happening, and most of them, they not even want no money no more. They coming from clout. They don't even want clout. They want murder. For me, they don't want to be fly. Like I grew up, like we wanted to dress, be fly, get money, cars. You know what I'm saying? The flashy, like that's a given as a hustler. Today, it's like, you know,
there's no reason for it.
It's today, like they don't want that, and they will kill you for that type of shit today. So coming from like before, you know, being a hustler is talking shit to other people. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got the baddest cars and the baddest, you know, that's where the bop would come from. That's where the dip would come from, the way you move and the way you walk and the way you talk. You know, so when you hear the rappers, like, you know, like they walk like a ball player, like they talking about the swag of a hustler. And that was priceless to have back then. Today, like, you know, I feel sorry for the young boys because they don't have a chance, you know what I'm saying? And when they get down Trenton State or whatever federal penitentiary they're going to put you in for the rest of your goddamn life, you're going to wake up, you know what I'm saying? You're going to a sad reality, you know what I'm saying? And it's going to be a sad reality. Now, you know what I'm saying? You can become a deacon in jail, or you can become some type of Muslim, some whatever. You become some type of religion because you ask any God on this good earth to get you the fuck out of this fucking place you in. And they don't understand that on the side of the streets, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I've seen dudes, you know what I'm saying, like with that got AKs and then they carrying trays and that. For me, they can't never come home again. There ain't no coming home. For me, you got 40, 50 years, you're going to die in there. Simple. For me, you know what I'm saying, you got a life bed, you're going to die in there. Simple, point blank. And no one is telling these niggas like, yo, man, you fucked up, man. You know what I'm saying? And then once you fuck up, it's over. Yeah. Ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I was fortunately...
They gave you life at first, right?
No, they gave me 23 years. I was fortunate to make it out of there. For me, I went in pretty young, but, you know, a lot of these, I'm one of the fortunate ones and got back out here, and I'm saying, and you know, and done it different and changed my life. You know what I'm saying, a little bit help. You know, that takes a lot to do. For me, it's not easy because you see dudes in the clubs, and you know, like you can just do the same shit. Simple, easy, simple to do. But you know, you want to be a little patient and give yourself a chance. You know what I'm saying? Because I know my end results. I'm a little different. When I already, like, the Fed's going to say, you know, y'all see me one way and the Feds see me another way. Right. For me, once the Feds get their hold of me again, it's over. For me, like, ain't no more, like, I could get a 2-year run, buy all the cars, get all the money, with 3-year run tops. And now I'm going to send some federal penitentiary the rest of my life. It's not even worth it. For me, like, then I'm going to die in jail. And people are going to talk about me while I'm dying in jail. They're moving on with their life. They with their grandkids. They with their mother. They have picnics. They enjoy life. They traveling. So here it is. I got to sit here and die in prison. No, I'm not trying to go out like that. And then people understand that. I'm not trying to go out like that. A lot of people don't understand the reality. I understand the reality. Because I met dudes that came home for that 3-year run. And came back in. Came right back. And got 40 years. I met these dudes. I met these dudes that came in for these runs. And I seen them, like, yo, yeah, I had a good run I did, man. How much you got? 40.
That's crazy.
For me, like, a dude hit me the other day, like, yo, man, we was in Vegas and for the fight, me and you, we was Rick Ross. And right now, man, you was telling me a story. Right now, I'm in Yazoo, Mississippi Penitentiary, Shawn, man. I got 35 years. Keep your head up. I did. Keep representing us. He was just out here. Right. And he got 35 years. That could be me. Yeah. For me, and I'm sitting, and then I don't want to be the dude with 35 years in prison. I don't want to see another dude with in prison with 40 or 50 years in prison. I want to see brothers on the streets, you know, work, you know, understanding life. I mean, like, no, and I love the hustle. I love it. Right. But I know what comes with it.
It's a good thrill sometimes.
So, how do you feel like your new hustle? How does that drive you? Like, you hustling in a way that's like admirable for everyone. How does that feel for you?
Great.
Cause you the way you're talking, it's like you get up and you grind every day, and it's like, you know what I mean? Like, that drive has to come for something.
Well, where the drive comes from is like, I don't want to lose. I don't want to let people down.
How old's your granddaughter, by the way?
9.
Oh.
I don't want to let my grandmother down. I don't want to let so many people in jail down that's that's looking for me to make it so they can believe they can make it.
Yeah.
I mean, because there's someone's child right now and they're like, damn, my woman do it. He made it. You can make it. So once I fell, I let down a lot of people that's rooting for me. I don't even know them. So I don't want to let them down. You know what I'm saying, and I don't want to let down some of my loved ones. I don't want to let down people that look up to me for certain situations to inspire them, or because see, people motivating me, and I know some people that let me down, and I wanted them to make it, and they got life in prison. I'm like, damn, man. So I don't want to let people. So I got to get up every day. You know what I'm saying, and make a way. I mean, and it's not easy. Right. I mean, when you know that you have to do what's right, it's hard because it's so easy. It's so easy to pick a pack up. It's so easy to sell drugs when you know the format. For me, so but I know it's so easy to get a life bid too at the same format. So you can't say, I know how to get money. I know this. I know I can do this right here. I know I can do that right there. But then you forget that, you get life bid too. Yeah. If you know you can get the money, you know you can move it, you can do this, can do that, then you got to know what comes with it.
Yeah.
I mean, so now if you forget what comes with it, that's your fault.
Right.
I mean, so you can get. I know all this right here, but I don't know I can get life bid.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Did I ignore that part? No. And if I ignore that part, so now when I get caught and I tell, feel me? Like, come on, my nigga. Like, you knew when you got caught. You was getting life. You knew the risk, my nigga. Now you want to tell. Come on, you knew the risk, my nigga. You knew what come with that, my nigga. Don't do that, my nigga. Don't blame no one, my nigga. You know what come with that, my nigga. Yeah. And that's what people don't understand. That's where all the bullshit coming apart. Because now you don't want to pay for the risk.
6ix9ine.
6ix9ine, yeah.
For me, like you don't want to pay for the risk. You don't want to be a part of the risk no more. But when you bought the car, you bought the new chain, you bought the house, and everybody, all the girls on you in the club, this is a part of the game.
Yeah.
This is the game, my nigga. So boom, they kick your door in. This is still a game, my nigga.
Yeah.
This is still the chain. This is still a car. I mean, this is part of the risk. Now you don't want to be part of the risk no more, man. That ain't cool.
Yeah.
For me, like that ain't what this ain't what the game was about. You know what I'm saying? And now you want to tell? Come on, homie. You know what this shit is about. So that's when I tell people all the time with 6ix9ine, like, he never was a street nigga.
He wasn't. He wasn't.
From coming from, see, like, just because let me get this clarified, people. Just because you come from the streets
doesn't mean that
you're a street nigga. I mean, you got to go through some motherfucker. You got to go through the chains of, I'm saying, the suffering. Be a street nigga.
That's why I'm saying, like, I know people who've been to jail. I know people who did this, that, and the third, but you will never see me out here claiming that I'm part of that or that I did that.
Yeah,
like,
let's say people don't know there's a difference, and people don't understand that there's a difference. Because you live in, I'm from Pioneer Home. Because you lived in Pioneer Home, that means that you's a street nigga.
Yeah.
You just lived there.
That's it.
Feel me? Like, now you in that, there's ones that's into the streets. Like, if these are certain dudes into the street, you'll know it. For me, the way they conduct themselves. For me, you know what I'm saying? Like, the etiquettes, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell. The degree of dudes you're dealing with, or what they mindset, you could tell the way they talk, they walk, they swag, they cocky, they average. You could tell a street, a real one. And I could tell one. You ain't got to.
They be humble
I
too.
can walk in this jail. I can humble. I can put something, Max. I can walk in a room, and I could tell a nigga that been in prison before. I mean, a nigga ain't got to tell me. I can tell it. I mean, because I know it. I mean, like a nigga, like a dude from Vietnam could tell a person been in a war before. Yeah. You could tell he been in the army before. I could tell it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying I could tell who's faking. I mean, I know who's faking. Like I can see what right through a person. He's faking, my nigga.
Yeah.
He don't want that life. He's playing. He's playing, my nigga. Right. He just talking. For me, he don't put it because when you deal with a dangerous motherfucker, or you deal with a certain degree of street dude, you'll know. You can have an argument with them. They say, okay, cool. You already know he gonna kill you. You know it.
Yep.
The one that's still talking, I do this, doing that, he gonna do nothing.
The loudest one in the room is
that
the
dude
weakest.
walk, you dealing with a dude, and he say, "Yo, all right, this, then you disrespect him." He said, "All right, cool,
Bet.
cool, everything cool." For me, he might don't kill you that day, but he guarantees he's gonna kill you. And you gotta know this type of shit going up in the streets. What you're dealing with, you gotta know how to survive. I mean, you gotta know what type of, I'm saying, what degree. So sometimes you put yourself in predicaments you hope to God to get out of. For me, and that's what this shit is about. So, fuck prison balls all back to that to bring awareness, understanding, and to wake people up.
Yeah.
So when a person wears that shirt, like I can be around Martha Stewart and say to her ear, "You're fuck prison." She's not going to deny it.
Right.
Cause she sat in that cell by herself.
She did. Yep.
She's felt that shit before. So it doesn't matter who wears it, where they coming from. It's a state of mind. You felt that shit before. You've been alone before. You've been in that cell before. For me, when people look to you to bend over, squat, wiggle your toes, look at your asshole, they felt that. So they know what this thing is about. So that's what this whole culture is about. For me, it's a different thing.
Right.
I know what I'm saying. That's what I stand by when I believe in.
And then, like, over the years, I know there's been a lot of talk as far as prison reform, like the whole thing with Meek Mill, and they say how the system is designed for us to be institutionalized and stuff like that. Does fuck prison play into that as well? Like, what do you take on that?
Well, like all that's Meek are doing the same thing this time in the trenches. I'm still in the trenches. For me, I'm in the hood. For me, like, I'm still active.
Yeah, he on Amazon with it.
For me, he's on Amazon. I'm saying, like, he's doing it on a different type of level. I'm saying, but we all in the same fight.
Right.
To bring awareness, to bring understanding. But I'm still in the trenches. I'm still I'm with the people still.
So do you feel like it's more effective the way you're doing it?
Of course, because he's saying he's doing it his way. I'm doing it my way. Everybody has a way of doing it. Everyone has a degree of doing it. Everybody has their own element of doing it. But I'm still in events. I'm still in the hood. I'm still talking to people. And people still can teach me, touch me, and talk to me. So it's different. I'm saying, he's saying it from up here. Yeah. I'm saying it down here. Right. But we're saying the same thing. I mean, he's saying prison reform, but he's really saying fuck prison. I'm just hardcore with it because I was in that motherfucker. For real. And I seen niggas ain't never coming home, so fuck prison. But we all in the same thing. Whoever is against being in prison, I don't care for how they name it, how they change the words, how they say it. It all boils back down to once you get in that cell and you look out, man, fuck this bullshit, man. I want to fuck with a prison. Everyone says that. Yeah. Fuck prison, man. Fuck these bullshit. I want to be in here. For me, I'm just giving you to a hard reality. Right. But they all saying the same thing. We all saying the same thing. It's no difference. For me, prison reform, I could pick, prison reform, the same thing. Fuck prison. I just say it because it comes with a lot of pain with me. For me, it comes from inside for me. You know what I'm saying? That comes from deep with me. You know what I'm saying? It's a cry, man. Fuck prison. So that's a cry. I'm just not crying. I'm saying it. For me, you know what I'm saying? My man never coming home again in his life, man. Fuck prison. You know what I'm saying? My man gonna die in prison. Fuck prison. Yeah. It's real. It's a cry. It's a piece of pain. So it comes off a little different for me when I say it. For me, so, and not me, every person on this earth that was affected, that their mothers in there, and they fathers in there, and their father's not here, and they want your father to be it. Fuck prison. Yeah. For me, every child says that. They just don't say it. Where's my daddy?
They say it in other ways, yeah.
It's the same thing. Yeah. I want my daddy. Why my daddy not here? Where my father, mommy?
My mother used to say he in school.
Yeah, he in school. They lie and shit.
We going to see daddy in school.
And don't tell you don't become a liar. He in school. They lying to you off the top.
I thought they was the uniforms they was wearing.
Yeah, they in college. That's what they teach you. They told me in college. But you're saying the same thing. Because where's my daddy? Same thing you're saying. It's fuck prison. Where's my father? Yeah. Dude, where's my father at, mommy? He's in college, in school. And fuck that place, man. Where's my daddy at, man? Fuck y'all.
But then when you get 10 years old, you're supposed to go to college. Wait, I thought that was college. I'm confused now.
Yeah, you get confused. I'm saying, so that's why I said that It's a different standards you have to stand by.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? So when people wear, I tell people all the time, like, you know, like I understand what Nike stand for. I understand what all these companies stand for. But I stand for something different.
Right.
I love the brand.
But you could put it on a pencil, a napkin, anything you put it on, it's still gonna boil down to one thing.
Yeah.
Awareness. Fuck prison. I want to school someone about why you should be in it.
Right.
For me, and that's right now after this conversation we have, and you never met me in my life. For me, but now you might have this conversation, might be 5 years from now. Everybody's brain is like a computer.
Yeah.
And you might have to break down why you don't like prison. And you'll take the little parts of my story and you create your own story, and you'll save someone else's life. And that's what fuck prison is about. That's what life is about. All our brains is like computer. So everything that people ever taught me, all them old timers, they dead, they gone, they not here no more. They died in jail, they came home and died. I'm an essence of all that balled up in one to say, yo, fuck that, get money, stay prison, stay fly, get out of jail. For me, and that's all they ever told me, man. This shit is corny. Fuck prison.
Yeah.
Same thing they saying, man. Prison is whack. Fuck prison. It's all same language. I'm just changing the words and formatting it the way it should be said. I mean, but it all boils down to that, and that's why I stand by what I believe in, you know, when I'm gonna stand by till I die. For me, fuck prison gonna be going way before I'm gone. Because prison's still gonna be going here. People still gonna be going to prison, and when I'm still not gonna be here, somebody gonna have that shirt on, and they're gonna say, "Yo, fuck prison."
Yeah.
Where you get that shirt from? This shirt here, 30 years old. For me, and this is what people been saying forever.
Yeah, I like what you got on. I need to know the price of that.
We all need one. You feel me?
We all need one.
Yeah,
the
I'm
girls
saying,
in the
yeah.
fuck prison. Well, I got one, but I need another one.
Yeah, I need one. I need one to begin with. But I do want to ask you, now that you're on, let's say, the brighter side of things, do you see yourself traveling more if you're not
No,
already?
I travel. You know, I travel a lot already. You know what I'm saying, like, you know, like.
What future projects do you have?
I'm really creative. For me, like, I gave a fashion show before. You know what I'm saying? I do.
The Fuck Prison
I
Museum.
done Fuck Prison Museum, like, and I done one in Ohio, and I'm gonna do other states all over the world.
Wow.
For me, saying I want to keep doing them from all over the world. Coming from, like, you know, I want to go to other countries.
Let
You know
me
what I'm
find you
saying?
in a history book in a few years.
I want to go to
Let
other
me find
countries.
out.
You know what I'm saying, and you know, and spread it. Because a lot of my support come from, like, it's not from New Jersey. My support is not from New Jersey. Like, I don't, like, my support is from California, Atlanta, Baltimore, Philly, Canada, Australia. For me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are a lot of like, people buy mad stuff for me from, like, Canada.
When you were sitting in that cell, did you see yourself being this successful?
No. I knew I was going to be lit. Now, let's not get this crazy.
You had a plan.
Listen to me. Listen, I knew I was going to be lit. And I'm saying I just didn't know how I was going to be lit. I knew I was going to get this shit together. And I'm saying I just knew how I was going to get together. So I had one plan, and that one plan took me to another project. Once you have something to stand on, you need something. Once the foundation is there, then you can grow off it. From me, and once the foundation is positive, you can go off the positive foundation. So I came home as a promoter, and my parties I done parties at, you know, started at a strip club, and then it went from this spot. So then I went to out of town, and I started doing. So I did bright. So one day, like Foxy told me, you know what I'm saying, and she said, "Shawn, you do nothing else, brand yourself." For me, so. And there's other Japanese dude I used to hang with named Ming. We used to walk the track all the time. He was like, "Yo, what's the number one job in this world?" I said, "Salesman." He said, "Salesman is like being a promoter." He said, "Shawn, if I'm from Japan, and I got a warehouse full of sneakers, and I can't sell these sneakers. What do I have? A warehouse full of sneakers." So you become out there, learn marketing, become a salesman, and know you are your best asset. Once you learn you're your best asset, you know you start developing your skills, your talking skills, the way you move, the way you think, the way, you know what I'm saying, the way you got to conduct yourself with people. And so once you start learning how to conduct your assets, because we all have assets. For me, it might be the way you think, it might be the way you talk, it might be the way you walk. You have an asset in you. And once you polish that asset up, it's going to shine. And once you understand what your asset is, then you can know how to move. You can know how to sell yourself. Because if you don't know you're your best asset, you never know your best quality. And And so once you learn that, I started learning that, so I knew how to do parties. For me, saying, so, once I became good at parties, shit like that, I knew how to deal with people. For me, I deal with business. So so it's going to breed, I'm going to breed a lot of hate, but I'm going to breed a lot of love too, because either you're going to love me, you're going to hate me. It's the in-between with me. Because you're going to accept me who I am, or you're going to dislike me who I am. But once you get to know me, you're going to say, nah, I like him. Because I see what he stands for. But if you don't stand for nothing, you can never respect no one else to stand for something. So the people that doesn't like me, the people that dislike me don't stand for nothing. You know what I'm saying? They still lost. They say that's the 75% of everything's lost. But the people that like me stand for something, understand, like, I've been through something. I stand for what he believes in. What he's saying, I've been through something shit myself. So I stand for this. And I might don't agree everything is, but he stand for something. For a person don't stand for nothing. He can't, no way he can be your man. For me, no way he can do how. How he gonna make you grow when I'm saying he don't stand for nothing?
Yeah.
If you don't stand for nothing, you don't have no morals. For me, if you don't have no morals, then you don't have no etiquettes. So how you gonna love you? How you gonna appreciate you? How you gonna appreciate life? How you gonna do anything for that? How you gonna grow as a man and help the earth if you don't have nothing you stand on? So you either gotta stand on something. It's gonna be religion, something that you believe in. I'm saying that's greater than you that you want to do for others. If you don't have nothing to stand on, there's nothing you can do for others, and that's what the young people are lacking, because they have nothing to stand on. They don't believe in nothing. So the ones that don't like me because they don't believe in nothing, and the ones that's going to like you, they're going to believe in something. That's just simple in life. For me, that's not even like 1 and 1 makes 2. Like, you know that it's simple math. But this is simple thinking, and once you under that simple process of thinking, you know how shit going to flow. That's why I said that. Like, now I go back when you said I have to make things happen. I have to create things. But once the dude goes out, he has a platform, he can create anything. Once I created that platform, I can create anything now. But I had to create that platform, so I had to give 110% to that platform. And I changed my name to the Celebrity Promoter because I was doing parties, and I'm saying, I said, I'm gonna just change my name. So what happens? I created a new person. You feel me? So I changed my identity, and the people say, "Oh, some people strong." I created that person. I made that person. For me, and I made you believe in that person.
I got chills because I just came from church earlier, and the pastor was talking about that. So I think that's just crazy how you're saying this right now. When like you just follow the voice in your head and you follow what you're doing, and it's like a whole new person can be created from that. I just think that's powerful.
That new person is going to make you who you should be, so you can create that person. When you take, we're saying once you understand what you want to do. So I knew I had to create a new person that people could love. For me, so I create that person. So now, this fuck president, I created another person. And this is the people already have love for me for the Celebrity Promoter. So I just created this other person. Where I'm coming from, and what made me create the other person? There's so much elements I had no choice but to create it. I had no choice but to create it. You know what I'm saying? And I had to do it, or I was going to lose. But so much I'm going to go as a promoter. I done it. Then I done it. That's easy. Now I got to do things on another level. For me, so when the fuck president is more like, a friend of mine told me, you done all these clubs, all these club owners rich. So when these clubs close down, what do you got for yourself? What do you got? And I'm like, answer the question. He was like, answer the question. You know the answer, nigga?
Yeah.
Say it. He was like, nah, say it, nigga. You got nothing. Take that same energy and put it into something that belongs to you. You come from. And I took that energy and I went to California, and I was with Pusha T, and he seen the shirt, and he posted the shirt and said, fuck president on his page. So by the time I'm still in LA, everybody's, saying, is telling me, hit me in the DM how much the shirt costs. I'm like, I heard somebody talking one day in fashion. I was just like listening to the conversation. It's like, in fashion, there's no in between, it's high or low. So I said $40 for the shirt, $60 for the hoodie. Just said it. But I had like $700 people sent me. I didn't even have the shirts. I'm still in LA. So I called my friend when I got back in town, like, yo, you was right, man, you know what I'm saying? So he set up a Shopify for me. So I started, learning about Shopify and learning the business to a whole nother level. But it all started with a friend checking me and upbringing me mentally, saying there's another level for you. Don't be scared to go there. The celebrity promoter is good, but there's another person you got to bring out yourself. Don't be scared to go there. And I'm like, man, don't be scared. That person is the person that you need out. Get it out of you. And I went to another person, and that's why I became Fuck President. And that's how I became that person. And then with my granddaughter, with this and that, so many elements, it made me grow. I mean, that's how I grew, and that's how I keep growing. I keep making mistakes. I'm not perfect. I do a lot of, shit.
First of all, we definitely make mistakes. Shawn, I want to say thank you for coming on Illest Girls Next Door. Like, it was really a pleasure. Definitely. You dropped a lot of gems, like a lot of gems.
I'm in my bag right now.
Like, and I feel like this is one for the count. Like, this is a definitely one for the count and everything like that. You're an intelligent man, very smart man. Like, I'm proud of you and everything that you're doing. I congratulate you on, you feel me, the things that I know you about to do. Like, because I know it's more in store.
I feel like God gave you a second chance and you running with it, and I can respect that utmost.
That's back to the power of praying. You got to understand that. If I didn't ever understand that, then I could never respect it.
Yeah.
So I had to understand that someone was praying for me, so I could respect it.
Yeah.
But if I didn't understand, I wouldn't respect it.
Prayers are real.
So, that's why I said it's real. But like I said before, like I do a lot of things. Like right now, the November 10th, I'm gonna do like a Fuck President workshop.
Okay.
And
that's the
I'm gonna see, what people like want to be a part of it. Because I'm gonna do like a media marketing thing. So who want to be a part of Fuck President, and I'm gonna show them I have another part like a marketing to do that I was telling you about. We're going to sit there and see people want to be a part. They're going to grow with something that's going to be mega one day. And then they can know how to build their own business, their own merch, their own companies, and become a promoter, whatever. And I'm going to do that November 9th, 10th. 10th it was.
You said 10th?
B-Day.
Yeah, B-Day.
That's her birthday.
Because November 9th, I'm going to be, I think, I'm going to do like a little event. But I'm saying, because I do tables.
Yeah, I see you outside Barco too. You was outside Barco when they had the big tycoon.
But the reason I'm not going to keep it too long. The reason I done it at Barco because, like, everybody was crying about 50 Cent coming to the town, and nobody from New Jersey was on the bill and whatever. So I told someone, I said, man, I'm gonna go outside. I didn't even go on the party, and now I could go on the party. I know 50. I could be in the VIPs, whatever. I could do whatever I want. Walk in any club, I could do that. But I want to show people, like, now you see me outside, my brand. So when I become successful, I want you to remember when I was outside the Barco and everybody was inside the party. I'm doing the same thing 50 Cent was doing. I'm branding my brand. He came to the brand tycoon. He didn't come to the party. Y'all think he came to the party. He had a bigger plan. And people couldn't see the bigger plan because they don't understand. You got to stand for something. So I seen that, and I stood outside, and I branded myself. And there was not one other young rapper from New Jersey out there with their CD. So don't tell me about how you're going to be successful. You think you was not there passing out your cards. If you got a podcast, you have to with your podcast passing your cards out. If you got a business, you should be out there with your business. He brought all them people in there, and I'm saying you didn't take advantage of the opportunity. So that's why I said why did one man succeed and another man fail? Because what you do with your time, what you do with your understandability to take advantage of a situation and become successful. So when everybody was partying, they should have been outside. Hustling what they believe in, hustling their brand, passing out cars, passing out this, passing out that. So I was out there. I understand that. So when I tell people, no, I don't think I'm all that. No, I was outside partying. When I was in there partying, I was out front sweating, selling T-shirts and passing out cards about my brand. I don't think I'm all that. No. Let's get it clarified. You was in there partying. I wasn't out there. So don't tell me don't say you think no. I was out there busting my ass. Feel me? And I have to show people that, for they can see that. Like I see you was out there. He was out there marketing himself. What were you doing?
Yeah.
Now you know why your business is not successful. Now you know why your clothing line is successful. Now you know why. Now you know why your shit ain't selling. Now you know why your whatever you're doing is not growing because you're not willing to go to extra mile. Right. You're not willing to sacrifice. I'm willing to sacrifice. I mean, and I love parties.
Is there any other pages or anything that you want to shout out?
Oh no, really. The Instagram just deleted one of my pages. I had 147,000. Who my page was called?
It was the fuck prison one.
It was who in the fuck with the prison? They deleted it, disabled it because I'll be posting stuff and it'd be like conscious stuff. So they was like people they didn't like it, so people kept like hitting it up, reporting. They say delete. They disabled my page at 147,000. So I'm trying to get my page back right now. So I'm just waiting patiently. Yeah. But this is the reason why I'm creating a fuck prison media market. I want no one to have control of me like that. Yeah. So I'm gonna create my own market, my media market. I'm gonna create my own stuff. Where I'm coming from, and you know, a lot of things too that
exercise your First Amendment.
Jim Rock, Jim Rock is a clothing company, and with Jim Rock, what I done was I broke a deal with them to give back like 100 and something sweatsuits to people that's coming home from prison because a lot of people come home from prison don't have no clothes. So I'm gonna give them all the free sweatsuit. Once I set everything up, the paperwork's done, everything like that. Back to word giving. Now this dude come home from jail. He could be from Memphis. He remember I gave him a sweatsuit one day. Yep. Feel me? And one day he might want to give something to somebody else. Yeah. One day he might get on and say, "Yo, when I came home, I had nothing, and this guy gave me this right here." So you become greater when you give. You know what I'm saying? That's when your grandmother. Everybody hit this from their grandmother. The more you give, the more you receive. Is your blessings come from. So I want to give much as possible, so I can get much as blessings to come in as possible. Even if they don't get nothing back. Your grandmother to all of us, that same one. You heard it before.
It always comes back, no matter what. It could be.
I'm sorry, but grandmothers are like.
They're great.
Like amazing. I miss my grandma. Freaking amazing.
Okay.
I was just gonna say, we about to wrap this up. I'm J Benz.
I'm Rissy Riss.
I'm Yanni.
Okay,
and thank you, Shawn Hartwell.
Thank you for coming on the show.
Rissy
Riss.
Yes, make sure you come on the show.
Thank you.
Hopefully you'll be back.
Yes.
No, I'll come back when y'all want me to come back. Not a problem.
Thank you, baby. And we is out.
Bye. We got away with the dirty line.